Okay, the reason that I am doing this in the first place is because I had a conversation with someone who follows me. Her name is just Destructive Criticism on Instagram. She asked me about my confidence and where I get my confidence from. I'm going to talk about that with you because I thought it was very important. Right now, I'm on a path where I'm trying to find myself, and I've been struggling a lot because I've been trying to be myself, instead of just being somebody. I've been lost for the past couple of years. There's been moments where I'm like, oh, this is me, and I feel myself, and you can feel like the energy like of you. But right now I'm practicing being me all the time. And it's kind of hard because people judge you and people will do all these things. And the reason that I'm so confident is because I know who I am, and I know my soul, and I see my soul. I'm like, wow, everybody else is like this too. Everybody has that. And I just feel like so much like love towards people, and like kindness, and just like understanding. And that makes me feel more comfortable to be myself. And that's one part of confidence. The other thing that makes me so confident is just I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of myself of how hard I work and how driven I am and the things that I want to do. That's something that I should be proud of, and that's something that I love to show off and talk about. I don't love to show it off, but I'm proud of it. I'm prideful of that thing. I'm confident because of the way I look like. I don't look exactly how I imagine myself looking yet, but I'm working towards that, which makes me confident. I act how I want to act. I am who I want to be, and that makes me proud. Confidence is being proud of yourself, and just don't be ashamed. The person you need to look out for the most is yourself. You're always number one. If you are religious and believe in God or the universe or spirituality, it's always you and the universe first, always. And the second that you start putting somebody else before you, my mom tells me this all the time, the second that you start putting somebody else before you, you let fear control you because you are watching out for them instead of taking care of your own soul. I don't know if this is making sense, but I'm going to talk about the next question now. When did you start making music? Do you encourage other teens to make music, even for fun too? Illy, I love you too. The person who said this is a Adnerip. I'm just going to show you. I started making music in 2020. That's when I started producing music and like putting it out and releasing it. I was always writing music. Maybe I can like put a video right now.
Can we go to Australia? My dad loves me. He's very sweet. I wanna be a macho man. Macho man. I wanna be a macho man. Macho.
So I was always writing music and always doing like musical stuff. I started producing and writing my own music like in 2020, which is 5 years ago. And yeah, and if you want to make music. Literally nothing is stopping you. Nothing is stopping you at all except for yourself. Bro, making YouTube is a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. Like, yes, make music if you're a teenager. Make music if you're not a teenager. Make music. You're going to feel so much better. Okay, next question. I love this. I love this question because I like to like do this. But it's important because you should never categorize yourself ever. TikTok and Instagram like to do that. They like to put people in categories. Are you coquette? Are you blah, 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 blah. Like, it's all fun. It's all fun. But once it, like, it's never that serious. You're a person. You're a human being. That's it. But, again, it's fun. And I love this question. My MBTI type is ENTPA, I believe. And I'm a Gemini. I know, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't really have any hobbies. I love to eat and watch movies. I'm going to talk about this because it's important. When was my last heartbreak? My last heartbreak was like a month ago. I'm still going through it. I just broke up with my ex. Like, I hate even calling him my ex because in my mind, he's like still the love of my life. And like, I would not wish this feeling upon anybody. It was insane. I was crying. I didn't even realize like the first 2 weeks had gone by, even though it felt like the longest period of my life. But then I remembered like why we broke up. It was because we both needed to like work on ourselves and like find ourselves. And I talked about that earlier. And I have been doing that. And it's so hard because I was dependent on this person to talk about my problems with, and when I had nobody, I would talk to him, and now I have nobody, except for myself. So I've been talking to myself a lot, and like sometimes, as Dixie D'Amelio said, sometimes I don't want to be happy. Sometimes I want to be sad, and I didn't want to get over it. I wanted to be stuck, but I'm not anymore. And I still love him, and it's hard, and I don't know what's going to happen next. And I'm asking people for advice because I don't know. It's been a month, basically. Next question. How did you end up starting music? The question is by Pick Thy P. ... Oh, Pick Thy Peaches. Sorry. I was always making music. How old are you? I am 19. My birthday's coming up. I don't know if I should share this No, my birthday is in May. My birthday is coming up. I'm really excited. I'm going to turn 20 years old, which is freaking crazy to say. This is my conducting baton, by the way. We, as teenagers, like 20 sounds so old, but now that I'm here, basically, I'm like, I feel young. I feel like I've just started my life, basically. Like, I've just started my life. I'm just starting to discover who I am and be comfortable with who I am and confident and, like, love myself and, like, love everything. And, like, I'm gonna cry right now. Like, I just feel, like, amazing. And I'm not being like, oh, my God, I feel amazing all the time, because I don't. I'm going through it at the moment. I'm just trying to live my life and, like, be appreciative of everything, because I know what it's like to be sad, and I want people to, be happy and, like, be full of love and gratitude for the sad things and gratitude for the happy things. And I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm not some, like, wisdom being, like, I'm 19 years old. This is just my advice that I've learned. Okay, next question. Do I have any pets? Yeah, I got 2 dogs. And my fish died. But I have 2 dogs. Here's some pictures. Who is my fashion icon and inspo? Oh, you know who my fashion icon is? Alex Consani is my fashion icon. I don't take inspiration from, like, her outfits and stuff, but she's a fashion icon, and I love her, and she's my favorite. Things that inspire my outfits, I feel most comfortable in, like, loose clothing. I just do. Right now, this doesn't look very loose, but it is. Hold on. Next question. Okay. He never replies, man. Same. Well, I actually have not reached out to him, and I feel like he would reply if I did, but I'm not allowed to talk to him anymore. My piece of advice for this: don't text him anymore. Obviously, he's not going to give you what you want and what you need and what you deserve. So why are you going after him? That's it. How long did it take for you to feel confident in yourself and your songs? I love this question. I grew up making music and writing songs, and people, my parents and the people around me always told me that I was so good, and I got confidence from that. But then I went to high school and I was still doing that, and people talked about it behind my back and how bad it was, and that really crushed me. And those people were my best friends. I was in the group with them. I loved them. I thought they were my friends. So that kind of crushed me, and I didn't feel confident in myself. And this is the thing. This is the big thing, okay? As a woman I'm very confident in my energy, and I love myself now. And back then, I loved myself too, and people saw that, and they were like, you're not allowed to feel like this. So they tried to do things that made me feel worse. They talked about my music, they talked about my body, they talked about my personality, all in bad ways. That hurt my feelings. It did, and I'm not afraid to say that it hurt my feelings, because it did. But what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, and I ended up healing and being like, wow, people do this. This isn't something that is unique to me. I saw it happening to so many girls. Once you find that energy and in you, once you are, so I'm not going to say once you are yourself, because then you're going to start trying. When you just, that's it. I feel like you might understand. Once you are, people are going to start to want to take that away from you. And it's mostly going to be men. And women will do it too, because there's such thing as jealousy. Men can get jealous of women too. I never believed that. I was like, how is a man going to be jealous of a woman? Like, we're completely different. But they are. Once someone sees someone who is so comfortable in themselves, who is working hard for their goals and determined, they will try to bring you down. They will try. But what you can do for yourself is understand them and be like, I understand you. I see where you are. It's not okay that you're doing this to me. But it doesn't affect me, because I'm still comfortable in myself no matter what you do and what you say, because I know you're just doing it to hurt me. Back to the point. Wait a second. How long did it take for you to feel confident in your music and my songs? After I graduated high school, I wasn't very confident in the music that I released during high school, because I was surrounded by those people who didn't want the best for me. And I graduated and I went to Berklee, and I was surrounded by so many amazing people, and so many people with the same dream as I do. And at the same time, it pushed me to keep going. But I was also like, wow, I was so overwhelmed. And I started releasing music that was better. And because I was alone, I was able to look and just be with myself and be like, I am beautiful. My music is beautiful. This is beautiful. This is beautiful work that I'm doing. And I started being confident in who I was and my music, because I was alone and I could see the truth of myself. I was looking for other people to tell me about myself. Isn't that crazy? I was looking, because I was so used to that. And then suddenly I was alone. I'm like, oh my God, it's just me in this world. It's just me. I'm not saying that I'm the only person exists. Like, I'm not crazy. But I have to live with myself my whole life. Those people don't know who I am anymore. Look, listen to this. This is crazy. This is a little gossip session. I did a show, it was like a big point in my life. I did In the Heights in the Opera House, which is like, for me personally, it's like, oh my God, this is crazy. And I was the main I was Nina. I don't know if you guys know who, know In the Heights. You probably do. I was Nina, She's like one of the main characters besides from Usnavi. Like, you can go look at that. It's amazing. Shout out Lin-Manuel Miranda. Anyways, all those people unfollowed me on Instagram as soon as I started being successful, which is crazy. It's crazy. That honestly inspired me so much, and I wrote my album. And it's a great album. It's called I Am. You should listen to it. It's what I was going through, like self-discovery. That's why it's called I Am. I Am. And that's where I wrote the song Como Tu, and it's about love, and I was still dating my boyfriend, my ex then. I don't really want to talk about that. But if you want me to, I will. So you can ask me. Next question. What keeps me up at night? My phone, my thoughts. What do I think about? My ex. Bro, this is crazy. I cannot, like, I don't understand how people have to, like, deal with this. It's insane. It's insane. I've never felt like this big of a loss that is so personal to me, and I don't ever want to feel it again. It's terrible. Your feed is dope AF. That's the emoji that he used. Thank you. What's my favorite song? My favorite song is this song. I don't want to get copyrighted, so that's all I'm going to play. What Once Was by Hers. I have never gotten sick of this song, ever. Right now, my favorite song is one of my own unreleased songs that I will play a little bit of. I've been listening to it like every day on the walk. It's literally 30 seconds long, but I'm going to play a little bit of it. Love me anyway. If you steal that, I'm going to freaking kill you. And I have a really good lawyer now, so. Okay, this is another great question. Where or who do you take most of your inspiration from? I love to look at my inner, music is an expression. So I look into myself, and that's where the lyrics come from, inside of me. But as for the music itself, I'm very inspired by the ocean and like just how I feel like when I'm in those places. I want people to feel like that. I feel like that's one of my main purposes. I want people to feel free, and I want my music to give them that feeling of just like life and like wow and like, so. But my inspirations are Frank Ocean. I love Ray. I love Ray. Ray, if you watch this one day, I love you. I don't know if anybody knows this, but I am a jazz singer. When I saw that Ray was doing that, I was like, oh my God, we're allowed to do that? I want to do that too. So those are my inspirations. I love these questions. I love doing this. When do we need to send the video again? I forgot. By the time you're watching this, it's too late to send the video. Next question. How did you learn producing? How long did it take? Love what you do. I learned producing in 2020. I lived in Melbourne at the time, so we were inside our houses for basically 2 years straight. It was terrible. I learned a lot. I was 15 years old. For a girl, like, that is one... Bro, I am so glad I'm not a 15-year-old girl, because I think we can all agree that time was fricked up. So if you go back and listen to my old music, it sounds terrible. The producing is terrible. The songwriting is okay. I like the songwriting. I like it. So over time I learned. I feel like it's pretty easy once you get the hang of it. You have to learn whatever DAW you're using. Like, obviously you have to learn like all the controls and like what every button does. I don't even know if I know everything. I'm not an incredible producer. I want to be, and I'm getting there. But for me, I tried to like watch the YouTube videos and learn like tutorials and stuff, and obviously I had to do that to learn some things, but I my attention span is not going to last that long. Also, as you saw before, I'm very forgetful. So I just try to, if I have a sound in my mind, then I can do my best to recreate that sound. And it doesn't matter how you do it. It doesn't matter. As long as it sounds like it. It might not be technically right according to whoever, but it doesn't matter. It sounds good. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. Well, you guys know now, but it doesn't matter, right? Do whatever you want. Do whatever you want as long as you look, you know what's right and wrong. This is about life, okay? Do whatever you want in life. As long as you know what's right and wrong. You know, I believe in karma, okay? So, I don't know. Hope that tells you something. Thank you for watching this through, if you are. Thank you for asking me all those beautiful questions. I can't wait to answer more questions. I will be reposting like on my story so you can re-ask the questions. If you want to ask me questions like that you're curious about for yourself. You don't have to listen to anything I say. It's just like I'm just talking. I'm just a girl on the internet for you. But for me, I'm an amazing singer, star, and I will be that one day. You'll see, I promise. But thank you for watching. Listen to my music. Thank you for being on this journey with me. And yes, I love you. Okay.